Elon Musk said his aerospace company SpaceX could help NASA produce spacesuits for its Artemis Moon mission after the U.S. Space Agency's Inspector General reported that it was facing significant challenges, making the manned lunar landing impossible in 2024. NASA would use Boeing's Space Launch System (SLS) rocket for its Artemis mission to launch a man and the first woman onto the moon's surface. Want to know about it? Well, stay tuned to the video and watch the video till the end. Hello guys, welcome to the Elon Musk exclusive. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications to get new updates about technology and development and basically anything around real Tony Stark Elon Musk. Hit the like and show your support, and in today's video we're going to talk about Elon Musk just officially revealed SpaceX's insane new high-tech spacesuit. So without any further ado, let's begin. Whether it's science fiction or science fact with space as the backdrop, there's one thing that always catches the eye: the spacesuit. Building spacesuits could be a more complex and challenging endeavor, given the need to survive outside of a spacecraft in the harsh environment of space. Musk's company has developed and made flight suits for astronauts who launch into orbit in SpaceX's Crew Dragon spacecraft. The flight suits are primarily designed to protect the astronauts in case of a fire inside the aircraft or if the cabin depressurizes. The SpaceX spacesuits are a cool one-piece white design and much sleeker than the bulky Space Shuttle launch suits, which were also known as the Advanced Crew Escape Suit (ACES). Elon Musk had to reassure concerned Instagram followers after the reveal. It definitely works, you can just jump in a vacuum chamber with it and it's fine. Tom Mutter's Twitter response to the NASA report claimed that the SpaceX Cargo Dragon and Falcon were created for less than $1 billion. The NASA spacesuits are reaching the midway point of their budget. Their delivery date is less than 4 years away, far ahead of the mission's deadline. Musk acknowledges Miller's claim that NASA's spacesuit developer squanders so much on developing the Artemis's many requirements. NASA has provided an update on the progress of its Artemis mission in general. The space agency revealed that they have already spent $420 million of their budget on developing prototypes of spacesuits. The space agency's entire budget is over $1 billion. Therefore, there's still $625 million left over for this project. NASA is trying to return astronauts to the surface of the moon for the first time since 1972 under its Artemis program that was spawned by the Trump administration in 2019. The program, as set by former Vice President Mike Pence, called for a crewed lunar landing in 2024, a deadline that President Biden's transition team deemed unrealistic. But NASA's proposed date of 2024 to land humans on the moon has always felt extremely ambitious. Now, a new report from the NASA Office of Inspector General says the spacesuits NASA astronauts would need for the endeavor won't be ready until April 2025 at the earliest. The report released Tuesday points out delays in the development of the Artemis Moon spacesuits due to funding shortfalls, COVID impacts, and technical challenges. NASA had previously hyped up the suits known as Exploration Extravehicular Mobility Unit (XEMU) in 2019. NASA OIG is tasked with oversight of NASA programs and operations. Given these anticipated delays in spacesuit development, a lunar landing in late 2024, as NASA currently plans, is not feasible. The report says Elon Musk responded to the report by offering his company's expertise in bridging the technical challenges. SpaceX could do it if need be, Musk tweeted on Tuesday. A NASA spokesperson told that the agency already has reached out to its growing network of private space partners, including SpaceX, for input on purchasing commercial spacesuits, hardware, and services. SpaceX began constructing a spacesuit for astronauts to wear inside the Dragon 2 space vehicle in February 2015. Jose Fernandez, a Hollywood costume designer known for his work on superhero and science fiction films, and Elon Musk, the creator and CEO of SpaceX, collaborated on its look. The suit's initial photographs were released in September 2017. During the Falcon Heavy's first flight in February 2018, a mannequin named Starman, after David Bowie's song of the same name, wore the SpaceX suit. The suit was not pressurized and had no sensors when it was unveiled at the expo. Through a single tether at the astronaut's thigh that feeds air and electronic connections, the suit, which is vacuum compatible, protects against cabin depressurization. Microphones and speakers are included in the 3D printed helmets. The suits are not utilized for extravehicular activities since they require a tether connection and don't provide radiation protection. In order to familiarize themselves with the spacesuit, NASA commercial crew members Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley tested it aboard the Dragon 2 spacecraft in 2018. They wore it in the Crew Dragon Demo 2 flight launched on 30th May 2020. The suit is worn by astronauts involved in commercial crew program missions involving SpaceX. The gloves are touchscreen sensitive and the helmets are 3D printed. However, their principal function remains the same: to protect crew members against depressurization, which occurs when the capsule loses air. The suits also guarantee that astronauts have enough oxygen and maintain a comfortable temperature. A single umbilical wire in the seat hooks into the suit and provides a communications link and breathable air. NASA needs new spacesuits for its Artemis program, which was announced by former President Donald Trump's administration and has continued under President Joe Biden. Artemis is expected to consist of multiple missions to the Moon's orbit and surface in the years ahead, with NASA aiming to land astronauts on the lunar body by 2024. Although NASA has stuck to the 2024 goal, the Inspector General has warned repeatedly that the schedule is threatened by several major programs that are key to Artemis' success. Musk earlier this year called the 2024 timeline actually doable after SpaceX became one of the critical pieces of Artemis by winning a $2.9 billion contract to use its Starship rocket to deliver astronauts to the Moon's surface. It's unclear whether SpaceX has an active spacesuit development program. Government astronauts who have flown the company's Crew Dragon capsule wear SpaceX-designed flight suits, not long-duration spacesuits. Some private companies are already planning to design their own spacesuits, including Axiom Space, which this month posted new jobs for spacesuit engineers. The astronauts flying on the first crewed test flight of SpaceX's Crew Dragon have also commented on differences with the SpaceX suit compared to other spacesuits astronauts have used in different years. This SpaceX suit is significantly different than the suit we wore on the shuttle, Hurley, a veteran of space shuttle flights STS-129 and STS-135, said during a pre-flight press conference May the 1st. Without going into much detail, he alluded to some differences to the Sokol suit the Russians used for space flight, but added he never actually went through the entire suit process, since the Sokol was used as a backup if something went wrong during his brief mission to the International Space Station, ISS. The new spacesuits, which are meant to greatly enhance astronaut mobility and comfort compared to Apollo aerosuits, are a key component for human lunar exploration. No spacesuits, no moonwalks. NASA and its commercial and international partners are returning to the Moon for scientific discovery, economic benefits, and inspiration for a new generation. Working with its partners throughout the Artemis program, the agency will fine-tune precision landing technologies and develop new mobility capabilities to enable exploration of new regions of the Moon. On the surface, the agency has proposed building a new habitat and rovers, testing new power systems, and more. These and other innovations and advancements made under the Artemis program will ensure that NASA and its partners are ready for human exploration's next big step, the exploration of Mars. SpaceX has kept some design features of its spacesuits private, but it has emphasized the suits are meant to be symbiotic with the large computer panels that astronauts will use to monitor Dragon systems and navigate to the International Space Station. Each suit is custom-made for the astronaut, according to NASA. SpaceX's spacesuit is designed to be functional, lightweight, and to offer protection from potential depressurization, NASA added. The protection against depressurization would be similar to the ACES suit, which had an emergency breathing system and the ability to fully pressurize if the cabin suddenly lost oxygen. A suit that would support the full range of crew members in a gravity environment on a non-engineered surface, we think has to look very different from the one we have at the space station right now, Mr. Burbank says. Now that we've come to the end of this video, I want to thank you for sticking with me, and I'd love to know what you think of it. Just comment down below. Also, if you like this video, make sure you like it and stay safe. Today's video is over, but if you want to see more, there's one on your screen right now. And there are a few more fun videos coming soon about everyday technology. I'll see you in the next video.